morning, Botai, Erev Shabbat Shalom. We've been speaking about several ways, according to different poskim, how it will be mutar to leave a pot of food on an open flame as Shabbat begins. According to Maran, the food has to be fully cooked and mitzamek viralo, which means getting worse as it cooks. According to the Rama and the Minhag HaSfaradim, is that all it needs to be is half cooked, even if it's obviously getting better as it cooks more. It's mutar at that point. There's one more heter, because according to this, what happens if it begins to cook before Shabbat, but now it's less than half cooked? According to everybody, all opinions agree that it will be asur to leave it there. That's exactly the gzera of the chachamim, Hashem echateh, lest the person stoke the coals because it's not ready yet. The Shulchan Aruch brings down a Gemara, another heter to leave the food on an open flame before Shabbat comes, which when Shabbat enters, mechila, which means that is when we're talking about kedera chayta, which is a completely raw pot of food. If the food is completely raw, when you put it on right before Shabbat, over there that's considered like a sechadat. A person removes his thought and his concentration from this pot of food because it's not going to be ready anyway. So he's not going to be anxious to stoke the coals if it's completely raw. And anyways, it's not going to be ready until tomorrow morning. The Chachamim said you can leave that on an open flame as well. Here's the chidush. The Gemara says not only when the entire pot of food is raw, even if, let's say, you have a pot of food that's 25% cooked, that in that state it would be asur to leave it on the flame before Shabbat, without a blech, obviously. Let's say as Shabbat begins, you take a raw piece of meat or a raw piece of chicken and you throw it in. The fact that you threw in even one piece that's raw, that makes the entire pot now mutar to leave on the fire, because now as a result of that raw piece, you can't eat the pot of food. Because of that piece, now it makes everything not good until it gets cooked. That also is matir, the pot to be left on the fire before Shabbat, even without a blech. So that's another heter to add into the mix. Bezat Hashem, we'll continue with this discussion next week. Mincha tu minyanim this evening, 6:15 and 7. Shabbat Shalom V'Rach.